Today, our topic is when nothing makes sense, look inward. Now, I want to ask you, have you ever been in a situation where nothing made sense? Na-try nyo ba yan? Now, you've been in a situation where nothing made sense. So, for example, so many things were happening with nothing going right. Like, everything was just wrong. Have you ever experienced that before? Parang everything that's going around you, mali, diba? Well, for me, it happened during the pandemic. It felt like something was wrong with the whole world. I was alone. I felt uncertain about the future. How about you? Did you also experience that during the pandemic? Na feeling nyo na everything is going wrong, na parang walang future, walang hope. Have you tried that? Hello, Marie. Hello, Sylvie. Hello, Lovelyn. Hello, Kitty from Dumaguete. Thank you for joining us. Now, I know we're still in the pandemic at the moment, diba? We're still not done with the pandemic, right? It's almost 1 year since this whole thing started. But it finally looks like we have hope, diba? With 2 vaccine discoveries, right? Now, we probably won't face another pandemic in our lifetime, diba? Once every 100 years lang, right? But we still face mga situations where nothing really makes sense, diba? There will still be times na ganito pa rin mangyari. And it'll feel like the world is collapsing around us. That will still happen kahit walang pandemic. These kind of situations can not only make us feel, pressured, sad, and stressed, but they can also consume us. Yung mga ganitong situation, they can also parang take over our lives. Some people, what they do is they spend years being consumed by something that happened in the past, a certain event, a certain situation they were in. For some people, they spend the rest of their entire lifetimes. Ganon, diba? They spend their whole lifetimes. Have you met anyone like that who's parang stuck in the past, who's stuck in something that happened before? Have you ever met anyone like that? Let me know if you know someone like, wag nyo nang ipangalan, wag nyo itag, pero have you ever met someone like that? Someone who hasn't been able to parang move on with their lives? Have you met someone like that? And because of things that happened years ago or things that happened decades ago, it could be a heartbreak, it could be a death, it could be a lost job or a lost business, and they're still stuck. They still haven't gone with their lives. These are the kind of things, diba? Yung mga scenarios, heartbreak, death, you lose your job, you lose your business. These are things that you can't really avoid. These happen in life, diba? That's what life is. So how do we make sure that we don't end up being consumed by past events? How do we make sure that we don't get consumed by past events? Well, as with the title of this episode, we look inwards. We look inward and we look forward. Because when nothing makes sense, when it seems like we've lost everything, that's all we have, right? We have to recalibrate our hearts, our brains, to realize, to see what we do have. We have our life, we have our freedom, maybe we have other people around us, we have a job, maybe opportunities, talents, and so on. We have different things. When we feel like we have nothing, we need to remind ourselves of what we actually do have. We need to remind ourselves that, and very importantly, be grateful for everything, even the smallest things that we have, right? Because when we have even the smallest thing, it means that we don't have nothing, diba? Sometimes we think, wala na kung I don't have anything. Wala na pag-asa, But even if we have the smallest things, we always have the smallest things. We always have something, kahit the smallest thing lang. And we should be grateful for that, even those smallest things. So aside from looking inward, we should look forward to what can be. We should look forward. At times when we feel like there's nothing left for us out there, well, sometimes we feel wala nang future, wala nang hope. We feel that there are no more chances, no more opportunities available. But if we relax, if we focus, we can be able to see what's possible in the future. We can see what opportunities there are. Lastly, we need to look inwards into ourselves again, right? We need to realize that at times we're not okay, and that it's okay to not be okay. and realize that sometimes we need to heal to get better, to be able to move forward. And in doing this, we can identify the steps that we need to take to move forward, to get better, you know. A lot of the times we need the help of other people. But no matter what happens, you know, realize that the world won't end anytime soon. Diba? At least not in our lifetimes. Hindi na mag-end of the world anytime soon. So no matter what happens, your world shouldn't end. My world shouldn't end then. Diba? Our worlds shouldn't end because of things that happen. And in order for us to be able to, for our worlds not to end, in order for us to be able to continue despite the challenges we face, despite mga situations that we face, we need to look inward and we need to look forward. Right? So, ito yung commitment natin ngayon. This is just a comment and it's a commitment to yourself. Diba? I won't allow myself to be consumed. I will look forward, inward and forward. Diba? So don't allow yourself to be consumed by things that happen, by scenarios, by the pandemic, by, you know, heartbreak or death or losing a job or losing a business. I won't allow myself to be consumed. I will look inward and forward. So write that down in the comment section down below if this is something that you want to parang commit to yourself and to bring with you all throughout. Diba? I won't allow myself to be consumed. I will look inward and forward. So, some reminders while we're here. Of course, I really appreciate it if you liked this video, left a comment, and shared this episode